I was always a little different compared to others, like when I would have dark thoughts of killing my friends and family. My parents even took me to therapists and others that would try to help me, but they would give me back, yelling to never to bring me back and to lock me up. I've had these dreams, well, I think more of them as memories I have, but never really think about it anymore. Now that I'm stuck here, nowhere else to run, I accepted it. I've realized that I'm just different, crazy even. But my dream, or memory, whichever you prefer. In my dream, I'm with my friends at school and we're talking, having a good time before the bell rings. Eventually, we have to get to class, and then everyone just fades away, and I'm all alone. Or so I think. I started walking the halls looking for anyone when I find two of my friends, Connor and John. I ask them where everyone went. They get cut off all the time. I can never hear what they say. Connor had to use the restroom, so we wait outside while he went. 10 minutes go by and John and I start to worry, so we knock on the door. No one answers. When we open the door, we found him decapitated, with his head laying in a pool of blood. There's flesh splattered everywhere, then a drop of blood landed on my shoe. I looked up to see a man. I can only make out the scars all over his face, blood dripping from his hands. Then the man says, "I'll give you a 10-second head start. Run." John and I both take off in separate directions. Everything fades black. As I run, all I hear are screams from a faint light on the other side. Inside the light, an empty classroom. I found myself running and hid in a closet. I was in there for about 5 minutes, then I heard John scream. And then everything went silent. I heard someone walking into the room. Do they know I'm here? Then he knocked on the door. "If you come out now, I'll give you a 60-second head start, but if I have to pull you out of there, you're as good as dead." I broke out of the closet and started running as fast as I could. It felt like I was being pulled back all the time, like it had to be done. I ran into the bathroom and hid in a stall. The only thing I could whisper, This is just a dream." The stall door, it disappeared like light fading into the deepest of darkness. He not walked, that's too human, it was more glide than walk. He whispered like he was right in my ear. You always were the hardest one to get. He jumped out of the ground, a ghostly being grabbing my hair and throwing me into the wall, stunning me. I tried to scream, but it was no use. Nothing came out. He dragged me to the nearest classroom and locked me in there. I couldn't move. It felt as if I was stuck to the ground, laying on the floor for hours until he finally came back with what looked like, well, more of a darkness that surrounded him, covered him. He floated right towards me. I struggled to move, but my body was too stiff for I knew what was about to happen to me. Then the darkness swallows me, waking me up at last. Most nights I have a panic attack, and other nights I throw up from the horror of my past. It is only a dream after all. I mean, those kids needed to be taught about death.